lot of people are aware of the use of tobacco products such as cigarettes, chew, and snuff, but do they actually know what tobacco is? Let's find out.
Tobacco is that stuff that's like weed, but it's bad for you.
Although this is somewhat true, tobacco is more than just bad for you. Now let's go to monkey business to get the full view of what tobacco is and what it does to you.
Oh, why, hello, Daniel.
Hello, monkey. I was just wondering if you could give us the definition of tobacco.
Why, yes, of course. Let's see. It is a preparation of the nicotine-rich leaves of an American plant, which are cured by a process of drying and fermentation for smoking or chewing.
Thank you, monkey.
Yes, anytime.
Now let's go over to our last interview with Mr. Gates and get his opinion on tobacco.
Well, I just think it's a bad thing for health reasons. I don't think it's a good reason. Anything that comes out saying that if you do it over time you're going to get cancer, I think is a bad deal. And I know it's tough to kick. It's a bad habit. 99% of the people that have smoked for years wish they had never started. So that's a good way to start. But I just don't think it's a good thing. And it's one thing if I had a family member and I knew they were smoking or starting to smoke, I would try to convince them to get another bad habit, like, I don't know what, but just get another bad habit, like not washing your hands or something.
Oh, Daniel, I have a question.
Yes, what is it, monkey?
Do you think tobacco is a gateway drug?
That is a mighty fine question. Let's ask Mr. Gates and find out what he thinks.
Back when I was growing up, which was about 35 years ago when I was in high school, it tended to be more cigarettes and then marijuana. I don't know if that has changed at all over the years, but I know when I was growing up 35, 40 years ago, it was tobacco and then into your drugs.
We then asked Mr. Gates if he thought the use of tobacco affected students' schoolwork. This was his response.
God, these are all good questions. I really don't know. Tobacco is one of those things where I just don't see it as much with kids nowadays as I saw when I was growing up. It doesn't seem like there are kids smoking as much. When I went to high school, you could smoke on school grounds, in the parking lot, as long as you were outside the building. And a lot of people, I think, experimented with tobacco, and I just don't see it as much anymore. And I don't know if that leads to other things, but I just don't see the tobacco, at least smoking, as prevalent. With that being said, you have all the e-cigarettes and chewing tobacco and those type of things too.
Education is very important in our youth, and we asked Mr. Gates how he thought the use of tobacco products affected students' schoolwork.
Yeah, I think any mind-altering drug affects you in your life and affects performance, all those type of things. Especially if you do it too much, it does have an adverse effect, and you may not see it on a day-to-day basis, but over time I think it will affect you in a variety of ways, not only health, but I don't think your mind is healthy because they are drugs.
In conclusion, tobacco has a lot of negative effects, both mentally and physically and educationally. What you take from our video today is up to you. I hope you learned a lot from our video. This is Danny D.
And I'm Monkey, and we're signing off.